Hello everybody, my name is Dedos, and you're watching one of my newest videos. Haven't posted anything in a while, and wow, I'm getting really low frame rate. Sorry about this, guys. I have to do some stuff here. Let's remove connected textures. I normally don't get this low frame rate. Still getting really low frames. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? I'm sorry, guys, this is not what normally happens if you've ever seen my other videos. 20 frames? You know what, I'll roll with it, but, it's certainly not up to my standards, I'll be quite honest. I do need new hardware. Normally it's good, so I can't friggin'... Alright, well, it seems to be maxing out at, 21, which isn't good. I'll deal with it, because I do need new hardware, as I said, so this is what I've been working on. Now, a lot of this to you may seem like, oh, it's just a wall. What's the big deal? Why haven't you recorded in such a long time? Well, I haven't recorded in such a long time because, as I said, I need new hardware, and if the frame rate or graininess of this video, because I've tried to record before, however, the graininess of the video and the frame rate have kept me from uploading them. So this is what I've been working on. I'll try to keep that in the mist over there. You've seen it. So this is going to be my castle. This is my outer wall. I can't eat when I'm flying. I forgot about that. So this is my outer wall, and this is going to be the wall protecting the village. Now, in many major castles all over the world, in the real world, all of them pretty much have two sets of walls at least. Now, the first set of wall would be the village wall, or the first line of defense. It's generally the one with the town gate and everything, and it's where all the villagers live inside of, and the serfs and stuff. So, and if you don't know what a serf is basically a servant. Now, then you got the secondary walls, which I'm going to fly up to right now, as you can see in the distance. Your secondary walls were used as a last line of defense, or your last-ditch effort. These walls were generally used to protect the king and all of their belongings. So you'd have things like the keep, the barracks, the manor, and stuff like that in here. And as you can see, I've decorated it with some kind of banners here. I went with two kind of royal colors that I found, which were red and purple. I've also been working on improving these walls since the last time you've seen them. Last time you've seen them, they were actually wood like these, except with only... Picture this as being this log. So they were only one space in between, but I decided that I wanted a more large and grand type wall. So on this one, I spaced it 3 stone brick as the main pillar, and as the wall part, I've had 2 rows of cobble. Now, as you can see, going inside here, I have my towers. We're not going inside yet, but I have my towers. I have my iron guards, which are custom blocks. Plan on putting NPCs there if available. Upgrading my space here for that wall to come wrap around here and that, and have some pretty cool stuff going on. Now, inside is just a bloody mess. The only thing related to this build that's in here is my red banner over there and my keep. Now, what a keep is, if you don't know, it's where the king or the lord sits, and it's basically the main building in any castle. So when someone says a castle, the keep is that castle building, not because the castle is the whole thing, the keep walls and the keep, and anything inside those walls. So that's a castle. I haven't made videos, like I said, because of my hard drive. It's been rapidly filling up, and I need a new or external one. That should be arriving later this week. Hopefully the frame rate is alright. Hopefully that's just probably a graphical glitch where I only see 17. Because normally when I'm lower than 17, it is very jerky for me to move around, so I'd know. So, this is another video for AlmuraCraft, if you didn't know, up on the top middle of my screen. It says Almura 1.4.7, and you honestly don't know how excited I am for the new updates in Minecraft, the actual vanilla game, because I can't wait for those day-night sensors, so that way I can dynamically light the village I'm going to put in here. So the plans I have for that is I'm going to have like village buildings with redstone lamps as lights, and when it becomes night, the light will turn on, and when it becomes day, it'll shut off again, giving it the dynamic feel that people are actually living here. So it's really cold in my room, so if you'll excuse me before I continue this video, I'm going to turn that off because it's chilly. Normally it's quite hot in my room with my computer and my Xbox running, so that's why I like to have that fan on. Plus the charger likes to burn my leg. I am doing this on top of my bed because my desk is filled up with crap. So yeah, I figured what better way to show you... Oh, I'm out of logs. Anyway, what better way to show you guys what I've been up to than start building with you guys on camera. And hopefully this looks alright. Then again, if it doesn't, you guys probably will still get to see it, but I really don't want to put something out that's not up to my power, because I feel that my subscribers deserve better than that. And my voice may be a little bit hoarse sounding. That's just because I got over the flu about a day ago, so I'll be clearing my throat a lot. I normally don't like to do that because it's very unprofessional, but sacrifices have to be made sometimes, and I'm sure you guys understand that. So one feature that's new in Almura is I've always had the use of flight as a donator perk, but since the use of fly was available as a donation rank, there's been a lot of problems. Two of the main problems being after a new world was introduced, and there's been some screw up with the oregen. The oregen in that world is a lot higher than it's supposed to be, but the owner decided it would be way too much work for him to just start regenerating the world again and again and again, trying to get it right. So it was decided just to let that go out as a world, and with the use of fly, you can access a lot more minerals a lot quicker in that world, so he wanted some way to throttle that, or at least charge a hunger type deal. The only downside to this is you have to use a feather now because it's an event listener that says if player... I'm just going to put this in terms of Lua. It's not how it's coded. It's just what I'm used to. So it basically says if air blocks are around player, player can fly. And then it also incorporates the permissions group from the Ultra. So what that means is I'll land here. And as you can see, I'll activate my feather. Then it just says you have landed. Flying activated, then you have landed. You have to jump and use your feather. So that way there's an air block below you and everywhere on the sides of you. Tried to get him to incorporate that as a command function, like a slash fly thing, but it'd be pretty impossible due to that feature of you having to be in the air. So yeah, because I like to macro my things. I have teleports on my keypads, and I used to have fly on my tilde key, or grave key as some people call it. So that's the annoying part about that. You always have to have one feather, and he's trying to think of a way to charge feathers too, so I have a lot of them though, so I'll be good. The second reason it was taken out is because I'll show you guys here. All the way down here you have this flight speed moderator. Now, what this used to do, I'm not sure if it still does, but if people would sometimes crank this up right to the top being 10, and 10 can literally drop a powerful server to its knees if you go out far enough. You can fly in 10 in the Gen world and have no problems. If you fly in 10, you go out over the ocean or something that hasn't loaded, you can cause some serious, serious problems. So it was either charge hunger, which I completely support, by the way. I don't mind the hunger charge. I feel that the flying before should have had something like this. In fact, Notch, Jeb, or Dinnerbone should have had that as a feature in vanilla. Although, give them credit, you can't fly without creative, so... At least I don't think you can. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, they didn't really think of it, but... Yeah, so also, Another thing that has changed is I used to sell my bulk excess of diamonds to the Federal Reserve. Now, if you're on this server, you'll know what that is, and you'll know the impact this will have to people selling diamonds. Basically, these are all my diamonds. I made them into blocks, which would be 3,000 per diamond piece, 27,000 per. That's just off the top of my head. Don't trust my math. 27,000 per block. So I take stacks of blocks and I'd sell them to Federal Reserve. Now, because this was at least $500 higher than Doc was buying diamonds for, everyone would go there. And basically, now as you can see in the very top left hand corner, I have 19 million in $840,000. That's all from the Federal Reserve and Tulana. So, yeah. And I'll be honest, I was one of the people who are flying in Tulana. However, it was never mentioned that we couldn't. I can guarantee you that if it was mentioned, I would have stopped. Because I'm not in it for the money, really. So, I was just doing it for something to do while I watch, like, podcasts and stuff. So, this is my video. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. And me and Beebs are working something out for the NPC quests. And hopefully we can get something worked out where this will be one of the bases for the NPC camp things. And did I say camps before? I meant quests. Sorry. I've already have the quest scripted, so that way you'd have to defend this castle or a castle from a massive wave of enemies, so skeletons, zombies, stuff like that. And if they touch the wall, you lose. However, about halfway through, it's scripted for them to get through the wall, and you have to fall back. That's the village wall, of course, that I'm building right now. It's scripted for that to happen, so the gate, that's going to be your main priority. The gate will be either right here or over here. That would be your main priority during this quest line, seeing as, the gate is probably the most defendable area, considering everywhere else has walls. I do plan on having this quest as a more, I don't really like saying level, but a higher level quest, where if you need good equipment to be able to do it well, or do it at all, really, without great difficulty, or you need a lot of people with lower level equipment. So this is just part of the plan to make a more dynamic experience, and I will be letting people into this castle. Another thing to mention is the new banking plugin that's coming to the server. This has been more like a news update, hasn't it? The new banking plugin is coming to the server pretty soon. It boasts that it will be the most advanced GUI enabled plugin to date anywhere. And yeah, so I'm really pumped up for that. It's going to be pretty cool. What's going to happen is basically you're going to have a bank account, multiple bank accounts if you want. So I can only assume that you can have a bank account separate for your store. Actually, no, he already said we can't, but I'm sure you could hook it up something. You can hook something up so it takes from that account. But anyway, and you gain interest. So I'm really excited for that. I can't wait. And yeah, so when you gain interest, obviously the more money you put in, the more interest you gain. So I have about 19 million. I'm probably going to put about 10 million in and wait for a return. So I was really hoping that there'd be some kind of stock market thing. Maybe I'll talk to Doc about that. Having it so that you can invest in people's shops, like remotely, instead of like just going to them donating and hoping they return. But have it set up with economy. I know Doc doesn't like doing stuff with economy, or sign shops rather, but maybe have it something just with economy saying if this sign shop makes a lot of money, then their stock prices go up, and then you can sell it and stuff. I think that would be really cool. It would add a nice feel to the server, add another way to get money, another way to lose money, possibly. It'll be just kind of like the real stock market, where if you take this chance, you're gonna lose some money, but you also might strike it rich. and I was planning on doing that with a gambling thing, actually, because I was reading online about redstone tutorials, how to make gambling, and with this server we can lock buttons, so that way you have to pay to play. And if I have a button and a dispenser set up or something, I could have it so each push of the button randomizes the block you'll get or whatever. And yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. And you pay to play, and you could possibly win it big with, like, I don't know, a block of diamond. I really don't know. Or yeah. So I hope in the future that stuff like this gets added. And apparently the Banks plugin is 70% done. That's a pretty significant amount. The NPCs thing, not nearly that much, I don't think. Um, the few things I've did with it, I'll let you know. My scripting is if you see it around later in the future, like way in the future, I guess. I scripted the one I just told you about here. I've scripted a merchant from Resident Evil 4, and I'll let you in on a secret. We're hoping to have these guys voice acted. TB's back. And I think that would be really freaking cool if we can have these guys voice acted via a MIDI file. And I made a guard thing where you could hire guards, which is actually going to be the second part of the quest for my to save the castle. If you succeed, you probably get some kind of monetary reward plus a item, probably like a special enchanted item that I've named or something. And you'll probably either get the option to take the monetary reward and the item, or be able to hire guards. And obviously the guards would have a limit though, because NPCs are quite resource intensive. So, yes, indeed that. I also wanted to bring you guys over to my general res TP general. I got to rename that to general store. This is gonna be my storeroom. It's already been working. I've already been working on it, and in fact, I'm running out of space in my main res. So this is where my whole backlog of stone, dirt, ores, everything is going to be down here. And since it's such a big res, I'll just fly around it. Oh, shite. I'll fly. I'll just run around it here while I talk to you about it. It is quite large, and I do plan on having enough storage for one row of every single block. And by one row, I mean one whole line of those shelves you've seen back there. And I should probably clarify with the line, I mean the whole shelving unit. Like, I don't know how many things were on it, but one of those for every item in Minecraft. So, as you see, I just hit this side. It's quite large. You could probably see it on my mini-map a little bit. And it just keeps going, so I've been working to clear this out. If Beebs gets that plugin done for the... You can hire people to mine certain blocks and only those blocks, and it'll enable permissions for just like stone or whatever. I'd very much love to have people help me on this, and I'd pay you a good deal of money to do it. And you get paid per block, so that's an upside. So there's no rip-off on either side of us, and you only get paid for what you mine, which is one of the reasons I never hire people unless they've donated, like, to the server. Because I figure, in my own mind, I know that there's trustworthy people who didn't donate. In fact, I know some of them, but if either I don't know you personally, not personally, but if I don't know you and you haven't been on for a while, we haven't talked for like ever, whatever, you've been off for quite a while, I won't trust you. Uh, I mean, I'll still talk to you and everything, and and I'll give you the occasional donation of cash, but I won't hire you to help me on any build or whatever. I only do that for people I trust. Like, I'll tell you how many people I trust in this one. I trust all of them because I know every single one of them here. So, yes. And TB, Tunnelbrat, and Fist, they're both the same people, have been helping me quite a lot here. And what TB is actually the main reason this is getting done, I'll be honest. He's the driving force behind it. I'm quite lazy when it comes to things like this, and I just don't have motivation to do it. As you've seen, I was working on my castle, so I don't have a lot of time. Excuse me, pardon me, I'm sorry. My apologies, that was my mother calling, and yeah, so I'm back. As you could tell, mid-video edit. Um, yeah, so this is quite a large res. I've been not working on this as much as I should have been. I also want to show you my farm. So res t. I should set all these to my numpad. I'll do that in a sec. Res TP Dead's. For some reason, I called this Dead's Castle. Not my castle anymore. My other one's my castle, but that's called Dead's Mansion. So here's my farm. I'll give you the numbers in a sec. So I believe each one of these modules here has about 800 pieces of wheat. And I know it doesn't look like that from up here, but trust me, it's quite a few. 800 pieces of wheat per module here. By module, I mean the whole field, not where you just see the glowstone. It's a square of 8 by 8. This is my old wheat farm design. It kind of sucks without the rail cart being able to keep the chunks loaded. And here is my pride and joy. This is my potato farm. And I don't normally say potato, by the way. This outputs a beastly 2,000 potatoes every harvest. And that's assuming, of course, each plant gives me 3 potatoes on average, and each plant does not give me a... sorry, let me reword that. Each plant gives me 3 potatoes, and I don't get any poison potatoes. So that's 2,000 normal potato output. Here is my shite little cow farm. As you can see, I have about 6 cows. That's 6, about 9 chickens. And crappy little potato farm I use to help restock. And this is my semi-auto potato farm. It grows, I hit the lever and it flows out to me. I don't know why I just did a hand motion there. Pumpkin melon farm. Probably just going to turn that melon farm into a pumpkin farm to make pumpkin pie. And my sugarcane farm. And a cacti farm. One literally grew, how high is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high. Yeah, quite ridiculous. I didn't touch that, by the way. I also own another piece of land nearby that I just recently obtained. Basically, I'm going to turn this into a massive farm. One single massive, either potato or wheat farm, I'm not sure. So this is Dead Farm, and Dead Farm is pretty beastin'. So, Doc, when he derezzed it, though, he kind of blew some of it to hell. As you can see, the main farmhouse is a little bit destroyed. Not unfixable, though. I'll fix this later when I get to this land. I need Doc to remove the snow. So over here is mine, also. It's the storehouse, or the factory, I guess. So, a guy named TBK owned this. What? I'm leaving Dead Farm. Okay. Gonna have to fix this, by the way. So this is my main lands. And just to give you a perspective on how large it is, let's turn up to far. Because I'm not as laggy as I thought, so I'm assuming the FPS monitor is broken. So, I don't know how many blocks this is. This is absolutely massive. I own every block of grass contained in the cobblestone border. I didn't res it properly, though, I'll be honest. This used to be a farm. Probably going to be my pig farm. Over here, probably going to have a villager farm. And quite honestly, probably a golem farm. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get down to... What was I going to do? Alright, well, I'll head back home. I'm glitching out. So, yes, indeed. This has been my pride and joy, pretty much, for the last month. I've been working on this place. This is actually where I live. Gonna reroute it through the keep, though. As you can see, that looks awesome. As you can see, this house does not match any of the decor of the walls or the keep. So I'm going to tear these... I'm going to basically limb this place out, excluding my medieval builds up here. I'm going to make some village houses out there when I get the wall finished. And stoof like that. So I wanted to get a video done because people have been asking me, Dad, where's your videos? Why aren't you making more? Can you make some more? and stuff like that. And I've been out for a long time, like I said, because I have hard drive issues and the like, and I just haven't been able to get out to Best Buy to pick up an external hard drive. It might not even be my hard drive. That's just the most relevant option and easiest to fix because I have a laptop, and as you know, laptops have parts that snap together, and basically they're hard to get apart unless you have the right tool, a screwdriver, basically. But I just don't like the warranty's already gone. The warranty? What? The warranty is getting the warranty is gone on my laptop, so I don't really want to damage it. And even though I know what I'm doing with computers, I've taken multiple computers apart, putting them back together. Everything worked fine. Uh, I just don't really want to screw with a laptop worth quite a lot of money. So, because there is like obviously there's still possibility for screwing up, and I don't really want to do that if you know what I mean. Because you could be screwing up quite possibly a lot of money, and nobody really wants to do that. So, and I'm not saying people elsewhere are professionals by no means, because unless they've been like trained on it and stuff. Uh, I trust the manufacturer only with expensive things, basically, and cars included. If you have a car that's still covered by warranty and you need like an oil change or like your tires changed or whatever, tires generally not too bad of an idea to go somewhere else, especially if you're not covered by warranty, because those are cheap relatively compared to everything else with a car, and you can get those changed pretty much anywhere. You can do it yourself if you wanted to, because there's not much to screw up on tires unless you got those like fancy tires with the monitors in them. That's a whole different story. Don't know how this got into cars, but uh, if you have like anything wrong with the car, you should always go to your dealer if you still have warranty on it. Because generally the dealer's gonna know how to fix it better than some random garage will. That's my view on it. That's the same with the computer for me. Uh, Dell made this computer. It's an Alienware, so if I ever have problems with it, and it's still like relatively new, like it's not an old computer, I'll even if it costs a little bit of cash in my own pocket, it'd still be cheaper than buying a new one of this type. So if needs be, I'll just fork over some cash for them to fix it themselves, because they tend to know what they're doing with their own stuff. So this is probably going to be the last computer my parents buy me. Next computer I get though, if I have enough money, will be the Alienware desktop, because those are a lot of people say Alienware kind of sucks, but I just don't really see it. I mean, yeah, they're really expensive, but you're kind of paying for what you get, really, especially with a computer. Most parts of a computer, and I say this with certainty, the more expensive you get, generally the better the parts are. Sometimes it's not true. A lot of parts are equal. Like RAM, you can get basically, there's so many makers of the RAM modules and stuff. It's ridiculous, and a lot of them charge more than the competitors, whatever, but they also boast that they're better. You have to figure this out for yourself, basically. So I'm going to stop talking computers here. What else would I want to talk about? So on Sundays and Mondays, I'm not going to be able to record much at all, really, because I have robotics team, underwater robotics. Uh, it's actually really cool. I encourage, if you're into computers, programming, even building, really, and your school offers something like this, it's a good thing to get involved with. It gives you some knowledge you can use on a resume. It actually looks really good on a resume, because if you think about it, you go to a place that, like, I don't know, Best Buy, just say, and like you've never been hired before, it's your first job. On your resume, you have no experience, like job experience to think of. Just put down what you did in school, honestly. Because on my resume, I know I'm part of the robotics team. I'm good with computers, stuff like that. Because I've never actually had a job before. Apart from YouTube, and I don't consider what I do for fun a job, really. So, yeah, that's my rant about that. So just stick it on your resume if you done it. It's a good thing to have. It's really fun to do. I'll be honest. We're gonna test out designs and stuff, see which one's the best. Hell, maybe I'll make a video of the competition. Treat. Yeah. So that's pretty much been that. Now, God, there was something else I wanted to touch on. Right. I bring this video to you to ask for help. Um, for another YouTuber. It's I don't bring it out solely for that, but I do ask that you support one of my friends. Her name is Cam, also called Iniriba. So her channel's featured on mine. So easy to find. Just click on my name up above. I believe up above and to the left of your screen in YouTube, and you'll see my name. Click on that. Go to featured and click on Iniriba. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, Cam. Basically, her name is Cam to me. Always has been. Always will. Um, so yeah, click on Iniriba. That's the best pronunciation I can come up with. So click on that. Support her. She does a lot of Almura stuff. Also, if I'm ever away and you need your Almura fix, she has some good videos of it. She's a really good builder. I'll be quite honest. Trumps everything I can do here. Because I'm not a good builder. I'll be quite honest. It's one of the best builds I've ever made. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a magnificent day. And I'll be putting this up as soon as I can. So thanks to JG and God Static Bear for convincing me to make another video. Hopefully the quality comes out good. So see you guys later.